Um, I just thought that they made shots, we missed shots. They did a good job of attacking their. Ja was spectacular, obviously. Once again versus us, and we just lost a game that we could have won, obviously, but we learn from our mistakes and get better the next game.
LeBron, there were a ton of different plays in that fourth quarter. On the last one, were you looking for Russ to cut or go back? Or what did you see in that particular one?
Yeah, it looked like Russ was going to go back door at one point, and he back out, and I was already in the air. I had slipped before on my drive, which kind of threw my rhythm off.
Kyle, go ahead.
One thing Fizz said was he thought maybe the offense kind of stagnated, guys were looking around, and guys were also not opting for the easy play, easy pass to make. Where would you say that this team is in its trust-building process in terms of finding each other and making plays for each other?
We watch the film and get better. Just got to continue to get better, continue to work our habits.
Dave, go ahead.
It didn't necessarily work out between you and Malik on that last play, but how has your two development gone on the court together? You were complimentary of him last night. Fizz says how much you enjoy playing with him. I'm curious how you guys have been able to mesh your games together so far.
Yeah, just trying to continue to help him, learn and have him in the right position. I understand, how gifted he is offensively, and he's on the floor with me a lot of his minutes. So just always trying to put him in the right position where he can, help the ball club, help himself. And, tonight we had some pretty good moments.
Dan, go ahead.
LeBron, there's a certain element of this that with you guys that there are going to be turnovers. Like, it's just sort of, part of the way I think you guys play. But how big of a problem has that been, in your opinion, so far through this season? I apologize for the crying baby, but how big of an issue do you think that's been in kind of keeping you guys from getting, more on track?
Obviously, it's the difference between careless turnovers and attack turnovers, and we got to cut down on our careless turnovers, the ones that's just unforced. We're going to have attack turnover, which is okay. We have a lot of attackers, and we understand that, but, the careless turnovers where literally you just turn the ball over and there's no pressure or there's no reason for it, those are the ones that get us in trouble.
Bill, go ahead.
Hey, LeBron, happy birthday, almost. There's been a lot of talk, and there will continue to be a lot of talk about what you are able to do at your age. And I'm just wondering, has there been any other player, either a contemporary of yours or from history, that you either studied or paid close attention to how they evolved and adapted as they got into their late 30s and beyond?
No, absolutely not. I've always respected, the generation that came before me, and I've always, saluted the guys that set the stones for us to be here today. But I've never studied anybody's game and throughout their career on, what I can implement to myself. I've always had my own path and my own determination, my own grind. I literally put in the work, every day, either from a physical or mental or spiritual part. The game is always running through my veins, and I'm thinking about ways I can continue to improve my game throughout my later stage of my career. So that's what it's about.
LeBron, Evan Barnes, Commercial Appeal. You mentioned Ja being spectacular, but just from what you've seen, obviously in the first game, facing him to now, just how would you evaluate how much he's grown just over from year 2 now to year 3?
Obviously, the more games you play, the more minutes you log. When you're a special talent, you will continue to get better. You understand how defenses play you. You'll understand how you can, penetrate defenses, how you can keep defense off balance, and when you shoot the ball as well as he did tonight from the perimeter, with his speed and his athleticism, it's going to be hard to contain a guy like that, because he can, when he's doing the whole 3 levels of scoring, there's nothing you can do. He has you at his bay.
You saw him 2 years ago here when he kind of had a big game against you guys here. Just the level of growth in that regard, is it just a matter of, like you said, just the game kind of slowing down, or just a matter of, hey, you've seen Ja kind of take those steps to where now he's approaching a different level?
It just all depends who you are. We all have the same opportunity to get better every single day in this league. Literally all we do is travel, play ball, and travel and play ball. Like, if you don't get better in this league, then you don't want it for yourself. You know, so obviously we see how determined he is, and his game is speaking for it. I mean, it's literally that simple.
LeBron and Russ. This is Wednesday against the Grizzlies, 38